Welcome back to another chapter in the Beard Zero saga. Thank you so much for tuning in today. So, first things first, today, catching spiders. Today is a lure making video for my friends over at Angling Spiders. They're YouTubers based out of Canada, father-son team. They go pike fishing a lot out of their kayaks, and they certainly like to share those experiences with us, and I am so appreciative of that I was inspired to do a lure making video just for them. But before I get to that, I want to talk about the shirt that I got on today. Now, this shirt was a custom shirt that was made just for me. It was a gift. Shout out to moms for that. It's a beautiful looking shirt. I'll let you get a look at the back there. Awesome shirt. Appreciative. Thank you so much. You'll see me wearing this on the show coming up. But anyways, with no further delay, let's get to the bait making. So as you can see, I guess I'm still having issues with filming. My main camera that I was using to film this lure making episode did sustain some damage, I suppose, when it took that little tumble over on the Lampasas River when I was fishing for white bass. So if you remember that, I thought it didn't take that much damage, but I guess it did. for some reason, whenever I got almost to clear dipping the lures, I realized that I was having an issue with it in that it wasn't actually still capturing anything, although it made it seem like it was. So it's really weird. Not sure what's going on with that. So this camera that I'm currently using right now is going to be retired from active service. I'll still use it for intros, outros here in the shop, but other than that, it won't be a reliable device to go out into the field with or to film like lure making videos in the future. So I'm going to be changing that up. But anyways, still was able to make some gorgeous lures for them. And each of you are going to get your own pack of these. Now, so half of the lures have rattles in them, and the other half doesn't. But you'll have to decide which ones you like better. Each of you has a pack that has rattles in it and a pack that doesn't have rattles in it. So go ahead and let me know how you feel about the rattles. Either way, more or less the takeaway from today is you guys have no obligation to show these lures on your channel, to use these lures. This is just something I'm doing for you guys just because I really appreciate your channel and I want you to continue doing that. So if people like me come along and keep doing things for you guys and showing you that support, hopefully you'll keep going because you guys are doing some incredible work and I certainly want to commend you on that. Now the lures I made for you guys are not something that I make for sale. Those are something that I just make artistically. Just one to allow an artistic outlet for myself since I found it, and two, just to test my prowess as a bait maker to see if I can come up with stuff. So this is the base lure of what I made for you guys. This is in my shad pattern, my baby shad. This is really effective, super effective down here in Texas for me. I don't think that this pattern would be very good for you guys up there just because I don't think you guys have a bunch of shad in your lakes. But you never know, they might. But I have made these lures in several other patterns. I've done several cartoon baits, Toy Story aliens. Sorry, there you go. If you can see there, I did Toy Story aliens. I did home. So I got Officer Kyle, O, and Captain Smack. Those again aren't for sale, but the lures that are like the fish pattern ones, like the rainbow trout one I have here, those ones I do sell. Those ones are pretty easy for me to make. They don't require a lot of time or supplies, so I can actually mass produce those. The artistic lures, there's no way that I could do it by hand from scratch the way that I did it for you guys for everyone. There's just, I don't have enough time in the day. And I could have refilmed making it, but it's an extensive process and it would have been hours more of filming, so I just opted to go with what I had due to the filming problems. I guess I spoke a little too soon. I guess I am the master of mishaps when it comes to planning and filming. But anyways, I will also be sending along several other lures for you guys to test out, including the coolie crawlers I made that were seen in the tournament in Pond Mist Monster, the color. The tournament, it was tournament time, part 2, when I actually fished. I didn't use these when pre-fishing, but you guys are going to get some of these to play around with these. I'm also going to throw in none other than the Pike Piper. You guys have to try some Pike Pipers out and see how they do for pike, because contrary to their name, I have yet to put one in front of a pike. It is just a lure that I am testing, not even anything that I've produced to sell yet. I will throw in one of the baby shads for you guys, just to play around with, see if you guys can catch anything on it. Now you're probably wondering how you fish this lure, because this is a lure like you've never seen before. It's, to my knowledge, the world's only flat tube available, especially that it's hand dipped and made by yours truly. Now how I would fish this rig, for you guys, I would fish it a little bit different than I do here in Texas. Down here in Texas, as it goes, I love the Texas rig, as seen in this footage right here. So the Texas rig, with that, it makes it bounce along the bottom real nice, and it just really gives it a good action, especially with just little subtle movements of the rod tip. It doesn't take very much to give it a bunch of action. But for you guys, I would say, since you're in pike country, I would definitely use a modified Carolina rig with just like a regular bass hook on there. I do like to use the wide gap hooks, They give you a little more space for rigging these type of lures. Then I would put the wire leader on there, and then above your wire leader, that's where you'll stick your little slip sinker for your modified Carolina rig, because this likely will get a lot of attention from the pike up there because they're the masters of the lake. There's nothing bigger that trumps them, so they roam around and eat everything that's smaller than they are, that moves basically. But for this, how you would hook it on there, I would take it, put it sideways on it so it sits flat like that, and then it can bounce along on the bottom, drag along. You can fish it several ways. Now another rig that I have is a new rig that I've been working on and experimenting with a little bit, especially for you guys. I think this will be really cool. You can fish the soft plastic spoon that looks like the spoons you guys use, the custom ones. That's where I got the inspiration from that, from watching your guys' videos. But to use it like a spoon, I created the trolling rig. So this rig, same thing, still has the bass hook on it, still has the wire leader. Now there is a little line leader here between your wire leader and a swivel. Now that although here it's only 8 inches, 6-8 inches, in practice I would use like a 6 foot space in between there. The longer the leader you give, the more wobble action it can have as it moves through the water. But then you attach another swivel on there that you can easily clip a weight to. That way it can slide up and down the line whenever you catch a fish, and you don't have to worry about it. Now, since you guys do a lot of trolling, that's what's in mind with this. This big weight, you'll basically drop it straight down to the approximate depth you want to troll at. So this will be hanging out behind the boat. Drop it straight down. Then as you start to go forward, this weight is intended to keep the lure down at the approximate depth that you're looking for. Now, you may have to release a little more line just so you can maintain that depth, as it will start to rise a little as you start your forward motion with trolling. But as you troll, this lure should wobble back and forth and flip and flop, and it should be really cool, and you should get some strikes off of it. I have full confidence that you guys will catch fish on these lures. But anyways, you're welcome to try these lures any way you see fit. There is no set way you have to fish these lures. If you come up with something new, great. I'd love to hear it. If you fish with it the way that I recommend, that's great too. But either way, feel free to play. Anyways, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you next time.